So I think tonight, everybody, we should probably start off by introducing ourselves, right? So I'm Brian, or actually I go by Ziggy, but with me, the unseen voice that you will hear from now until ever
Uh, I'm your
is Garrett.
conscience.
It's my conscious name is Garrett, but say hi, Garrett.
Hi.
He doesn't have a webcam right now, so we're working on that. But anyway, welcome to I Wish I Knew. It's an idea or channel, if you will, that Garrett and I have been kicking around for a little while, where we take a specific topic every week and talk about it. The idea is to explore things we wished we knew and that could have an impact on daily life. Uh, so you could say this is more of an informational channel, not really going for education. It's more like what, Garrett? You'd say entertainment and
Yeah,
information.
I hope we're entertaining.
I hope so too. Um, so kind of like the hook of our idea is that these weekly episodes will be shot live, obviously because we're on Twitch right now. But you might be watching this on YouTube. But the idea is, you know, we're gonna record this. Yeah, I'm already messing this up. So we're recording this live, playing games, and the reason why we want to do it live is to get viewer involvement, right? So anyways, we're just going to go ahead and get this started now because Garrett went and started a game on me, and now I'm kind of all over the
Do
place.
better.
Yeah. But Saturdays at 9 is when we air, and this video will be up on Mondays, around 9. And today's topic is education. So, with no further ado, Garrett,
What?
are you educated?
I've received the adequate amount of education where I don't have to go anymore.
Excellent.
The legally mandated.
Let me ask you this: do you think education, like higher education, is important in the U.S.?
Well, it's important, sure. There's stuff that you're not going to learn from high school that you'll need to do specialized jobs.
Yeah, I agree with that. What do you think? What do you think? I don't know. Do you think like retail workers and stuff should go to college, or do you think it's necessary? I should say.
If you aspire to be a retail worker, you do not need college. I sincerely hope you don't aspire for that, though. Although, we need those people.
Yeah, that's true.
Support
See,
society.
especially during pandemics, right? Because like those people, they didn't get any time off, did they?
Yeah. Essential workers, they definitely, if they're so essential, why don't they get paid more?
Yeah. I mean, well, that's ultimately the course of the discussion, right? Like, so why is it, in America, you can have an education, but you end up getting stuck doing, retail jobs.
Yeah. But on the other hand, I don't want my doctor to have graduated high school and decided he knows how to remove my internal organs without killing me.
Yeah,
I
so
was in high school. None of them can perform surgery.
that's correct. I don't want the C plus chemistry or biology student in high school pulling my spleen out, right? I get that.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess the reason why I'm asking, though, is because, I mean, I personally do believe that education's important, but I also believe, like, the whole college system's a scam.
Oh yeah, they're run for profit.
Yeah.
It's that much everyone can see.
Yeah, that's one of the worst problems we
What
have
was it?
with
You
it.
could go to Harvard in 1947 for like the cost of a McChicken,
Yeah.
and then it made you a job that could support a family of like 87 children, and you could hand it down to your children.
What, the McChicken?
No, the college degree you got from Harvard.
I know what you meant. But yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Um, there we go. And now, so, I mean, I have a degree in IT, right? So I
You
was,
do?
yeah. So I was looking. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to
It
tell.
doesn't
would you?
even show.
Yeah. I'm only half cybernetic, but
It's the psychosis.
yeah. I was looking at what my whole college career cost me? You want to take
Oof.
a guess?
Don't do that. Did you take out student loans?
Oh yeah, but I was also given a Pell Grant.
Which
Actually,
school did you go to?
I went to a university. It wasn't Ivy League or anything, just a state university.
Yep. Okay. $100,000.
Damn, that's actually kind of close. It was $70,000, all said and done.
Price is Right rules, I lose.
That is true, but you were the only one guessing, so.
Hooray! Yeah, which honestly, that's cheap.
Yeah, but see, why is it like that?
Why is between? I don't know. See, that's the thing. Why is it so expensive? Who is making all this money?
Well, you said it earlier. Oh, you said it earlier though. You know, with colleges being privatized, you know.
Somebody out there's getting massively rich off this.
Yeah, the people that own the colleges. My question is, I wonder if colleges are run kind of like businesses in the sense like they have like shareholders. I don't actually know the answer to that.
Can you buy a share of Harvard? Do you have to go to Harvard to know how to buy the shares? That like their secret underground information?
Yeah. Yes. It's like a secret cabal of Harvard alums.
I mean, yeah, guys in Harvard sweaters scare me more than guys in like Dr. Dre shirts.
Well, they're more insidious, right?
Yeah. That's where you get psychopath instead of murderer.
Yeah, you get Dahmer.
Yeah, most serial killers are college educated, aren't they? At least a good portion of them.
I gotta be honest, I don't know what the stat is on that, to be honest.
Why not?
Well, I mean, I don't really, like, serial killers are fun to talk about, but I don't.
Well, the episode of The X-Files I watched the other night said something about, the creepy ones usually have a higher IQ. Like 150 or more.
You think that
But
that's...
can we trust a TV show from the 90s for accurate information?
No, they didn't have the internet. Yeah. Oof. That sucked. Let's see.
Get your head in the game, Brian.
I cannot.
You gotta be able to multitask. I thought you were neurodivergent.
Oh, I'm neuro something.
Not in a helpful way. Use your powers of hyperfocus.
Now, so, did you know that in the U.S., only 79% of the population, the adult population, is considered literate?
What is the standard for literacy?
I think it's just that...
Is there a standardized test, or is like, can you read this sign?
I think it's like reading at a 10th grade level.
Well, see, functionally literate is quite different from that, I'd say.
Yeah, but see, so 54% of adults have literacy below a 6th grade level.
And
that's more
far
telling.
better than it used to be. Which is strange, because at what point aren't people required to go to school primary school?
Oh yeah, people are required, but that doesn't mean
How
that
do you
they
get
do.
through that and end up illiterate on the other side?
Leave no child behind.
It sounds like some children were left behind, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, so I guess that kind of ties into like what we were talking about last week though too, right? So why do we keep electing idiots? Do you think it has something to do with the education
That
level?
everyone is idiots?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly. I mean, if you think about it, if you can't think critically, then how can you make an informed decision on something as important as choosing your elector?
That's true.
Electorate. But yeah, I mean...
Speaking of literacy.
Yeah. I thought good, guys. Yeah. I remember talking to people that I used to work with at Walmart. They were, yeah. One of the... I didn't hit a single one of those shots. Okay, but I just remember talking about to people why they like Trump, right? And it was like, well, I like what he has to say. He talks like me. I'm thinking to myself,
That's not a good thing, buddy.
yeah, but it's just that he was speaking the language.
You want the people you elect to be smarter than you. That's why you're having them run the country instead of doing it yourself.
Right. Right. Let's see, on the flip side of that, I wonder if, like, he wasn't just, you know, taking advantage. Like, I wonder if he goes home and actually speaks like that, but... Because, you know, he got his education from Wharton, right? Wharton's business school?
Wharton, yeah, he won't shut up about it.
Right, which that actually makes me wonder, too, if he actually did get it, or if he
I'm not gonna lie, I never did hear of Wharton before you mentioned it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's a very prestigious school.
Maybe it's too prestigious for my poor eyes. Like Harvard, Yale, MIT, I know those. Never heard of Wharton.
Wharton's in that realm.
Wharton. Yes.
So let me ask you this then. When you were going through high school, what did you learn about in high school?
I have approximate knowledge of many things.
Learned from high school? Or learned because you were just somebody that likes learning?
Really the point of high school? Give you a little bit of all the things you'll need? Oh, it's me.
Nice.
Final kill! Pink gun!
That gun is hideous, by the way.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah. I mean, sorta. I mean, but honestly...
I mean, they teach you English class so you can speak and read well enough. You can understand things. They teach you math class so you can figure out if buying the 10-pack of microwavable Hot Pockets is better deal than buying 2 5-packs.
But do they even teach that?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I was taught that.
Oh, well, those Mennonites, you know, they teach you a different...
Well, yeah, whether you retain it or not is up to you. I don't know about public school. Did you go to public school?
What, you just assume I went to private?
Yes.
Jesus, dude. Yes, man, no, I went to public school. I actually went to three separate public schools.
That's an alternate perspective. What did they teach you?
So, I'll tell you this. So, I went to 3 separate public schools, and each one taught different curriculum. And this is how this is how my high school played
Holy
out.
shit, it's Kim Kardashian.
Whoa.
Show me that ass.
Yeah. So, my first was in the Poconos. And yeah, my first was in the Poconos. Oops. So, anyways.
Oops.
Yeah. Sorry, I got like 5 things going on. I thought the classes were pretty normal. I mean, I learned like kind of like what you were talking about, a lot of normal, just everyday stuff. I guess like we had like home ec and you know, I don't know, just like anything. But then when I went to Jim Thorpe, which is, you know, 45 minutes away, they were like, "Oh wow, you took all advanced classes," and I was only like 1 advanced class in Pocono. And they're like, "Well, we're gonna have a hard time placing you, so we're gonna place you in some of these AP classes here, and they'll be kind of what you're learning." And those AP classes were the exact same classes that I was in Pocono. Now, when I came down here to Delaware, those like
watch what you say.
Yeah, those AP classes, they said they didn't even offer because it was on a curriculum that is for private schools or whatever. They're like, we don't even offer this curriculum. It's way too advanced. So for my junior and senior year, they put me in freshman classes because I had already completed school. I graduated school with like 36 credits. No shit, when we needed like 26. Because they just over-credited me because the translations were... I don't know.
No wonder you're so full of yourself. You're highly educated.
Yeah, I'm not highly educated at all. I'm normally educated. You know, I took the same American history class 3 times, but every time they kept telling me it was an AP class. And I was like...
You ought to know something about history by now.
Yeah, that it sucks.
Glad we're not there.
So, anyways, I guess my whole point to that tirade.
Well, and then I went to the ultra-religious private school, founded on the belief that you shouldn't have to swear allegiance to a flag that you won't fight for. I shit you not, great-grandpa, what's his name, got in shitloads of trouble in public school for not doing the Pledge of Allegiance.
Wait, do you?
As being a pacifist, he would not fight. So
So,
he's like, I don't want to say this pledge because I'm not going to do that.
so wait, you guys, I don't mean you guys, but like I have to say it
What do you
because
mean,
it's
you
just-
people?
Yeah, but you guys don't believe in going to war and all that, right?
For the most part, yeah. It's not as, it's not like it used to be where that was everyone's belief. I know a few people from my class who've joined the military, but in general, their core values, probably not.
I gotcha. I guess that makes sense.
You ever seen an Amishman go to war?
No, no.
Something along those lines.
I can't imagine an up-armored, clapped-out horse and buggy.
Those horse and buggies are in mid condition.
Yeah.
You're taking a 150, 300-year-old method of technology and upgrading it with the finest of modern technology. Those are the best buggies that have ever been built in the history of time.
Yeah. So, but okay.
Modern bearings and stuff, they're great.
But okay, so you learned but what did you learn, I guess? Like what kind of math did you learn? Let's compare.
Trigonometry, pre-calc. I don't really have any perspective to know if it was more advanced than is normally taught.
Okay.
They had a statistics course that I didn't take. They had some college level stuff that I didn't take because
All right.
too hard.
Honestly, it sounds pretty normal. Doesn't actually sound like as honky-tonk as I would have imagined, to be honest.
And of course, then there was a mandatory religion class every year. The Bible.
Yeah, I can see that.
One music credit required for high school. Got that done freshman year. I don't like singing. Open your hymnal. Like, jeez. And then
Let me ask you.
finished that, got scholarships, and did a semester of college. So there's a bit of college education there. I'm a certified dropout.
What'd you go to college for?
I can't hear shit. There's
Yeah.
a VTOL.
I know that VTOL's like really loud.
Let me pop open my sound mixer once more.
I'm trying to shoot. There we go. I got it down. So,
There we go.
whew,
I've
sorry
got
about that.
Call of Duty down to 50%.
I know I keep turning it down too, but I gotta watch. I don't want to turn it down too much because if anybody does want to watch this, maybe they want to hear a little bit of what's going on in the game, right?
Yeah.
But for me, it's like deafening.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, what?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You said something.
Actually, I asked a couple things, but I didn't want to lose sight of the high school. What kind of science did you learn?
It wasn't horrifically creationist, but, you know, no evolution. Didn't learn anything about that.
Yeah, see, that's nuts to me. That is so nuts to me that you went to an actual school that was like, no,
Fully
this,
accredited.
yeah, a fully accredited school that was like, no, this science that is like widely known and accepted does not exist.
Yeah, like, the most I know about it, they say we absolved from monkeys. We didn't. End of story. And then, la la la, American history, world history. Science class, there's, shit, there was some chemistry. You know, experiments, mix chemicals together, trying to blow your face off. Dissected a frog. Pretty
Okay.
standard, other than the no evolution bit.
Okay, yeah, I mean that we kind of did that stuff too. Did you guys have like a physics class?
Trying to remember. I've slept since then.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. I understand.
I don't know that we did do physics. Or maybe it was an elective that I didn't take.
Well, you know, I'm generally interested in this. I know we've talked about it before, but like I never really asked you in detail. I mean, it's fascinating to me that then that's the whole point of the topic, right? Is like, why is there such a disparity in that kind of education? You know, like,
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get. Yeah, it was. Now that I think about it, that is weird, isn't it?
yeah. Well, I mean, now that you've been out in the real world, but yeah, like you would think that like high schools would have to teach, you know, I mean, I know they teach a curriculum, but you would think it would be common across everywhere, right?
You'd think.
And honestly, that's what Common Core was supposed to be, but it kind of...
That didn't work.
No, it's because I think, just like everything else, you have too many people that have their hands in this pot, and, nobody really, I guess, pleases it? Or...
You find it weird that a parent can take their kid and, instead of getting a degree in education, just, I'm going to teach this kid myself, and that's fine.
Yes, and actually, thank you for bringing up, homeschooling.
And then you put it with someone who's afraid of the flu shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what's weird about that, is that, like, you can seriously have Karen teach little Timmy and Jimmy and Billy anything that they want. And, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with homeschooling, because, like, honestly, what are teachers? I mean, they do go to college and stuff, but, I mean, they're also just people as well. But I do find it weird.
You pop out a kid doesn't make you smart enough to teach them.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting at. So that's dangerous, in my opinion. Unless there's a little bit of regulation behind it, that's like, okay.
I think there is. There's a little bit.
Yeah, because I know
a lot of people who've been homeschooled.
Yeah. Oof. Look how bad I did, man.
You suck.
I know, but I don't want to knock homeschooling, because I mean, I genuinely believe that there's a spot for it, and I believe that somebody can get just as good at education as not. But I also feel like there are people that would homeschool just to exactly what you said, like push an agenda, right?
Yeah, I mean, my school is very religious, but they didn't force it on you too much.
I guess that's a good thing.
It was there. You knew about it. You could see it. There was awards for Bible memorization up in the hallway by the lunchroom.
Did you memorize any Bible verses?
Yes, in middle school I had to memorize Bible verses on a weekly basis.
I see. Well, and I guess that's kind of my point too, right? So why, I guess in education, why is religion so heavy, right?
Well, how is it in public school? Do you have like a religions of the world section or something where they just teach you about them?
What do you mean?
Like,
like
you learn about religion.
Oh yeah, like in our like in real high school.
Listen here, buddy.
No, actually, as a matter of fact, it's rarely even touched. At least in the 3 high schools that I went to.
Well, that's a better sample size than most have.
Yeah. I mean, there were classes that you could take, and you could do like after school Bible club and stuff like that. But
nobody did that, did they?
Yeah. Well, no, actually, on all colleges, I keep saying colleges. In each high school, there was a desire for that. But no, we didn't like read scripture and stuff like that in high school. Not in classes.
Well, I mean, I don't know what that class would be called. They teach you about various religions.
Barely. Like, if
not really.
Barely. Like, we might learn like what Islam is and Judaism, but we would never really dive deeper than that. And honestly, the most you'd say God once a day, in the Pledge of Allegiance. You know what I mean? That was it.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know that I've ever actually said the Pledge of Allegiance.
Really?
Maybe when I went to the other Christian school. Or no, I was in public school for a couple years.
Maybe that's what we should do at the start of the stream.
First grade or something. Yeah, I object to that religiously.
What do you not like America? Do you not love
Whoa.
America? Don't go Kanye on me, man.
Oh, whoa. I would not put it past him to tell us about how he hates America next.
Yes. No, but I think that's
a whole nother show we could do.
Absolutely. And but
It's
I
a
don't,
three-parter.
man, I don't even know how much I can do though, because like I watched this thing earlier and he went a little crazy.
A little. A little?
A lot of crazy. That dude is that is a whole bag of cats.
Anyway, before we get banned.
Yes, yeah, seriously. Let's not talk about Yay.
I thought it was Yee.
I don't know. He said Yay. Yeah, either way.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So I went to college. I was gonna be a mechanical engineer, and I couldn't hack the math classes and dropped out. Why is beyond me, but
So what do
so
you
I
mean?
got a semester of it, and due to grants and such, it was free,
Oh, okay.
other than books.
So at least you weren't saddled with a lot of debt, but
No,
why-
no debt.
So what? Why couldn't you handle the math? What part couldn't you handle about it?
I think college algebra is where they lost me. Once you start replacing the numbers with letters, you sort of lose me.
So then, how was that different than high school for you? That's actually pretty critical to link them.
It might have something to do with the fact that I was no longer on ADHD medication at the time.
Okay. Well, I'm asking because my high school math classes were more advanced than my college math classes. Starting, I should say.
Well, I'm sure. What your degree field is IT. Mechanical engineering gets a bit deeper into math classes.
Bro, I had 5 math classes to take. Like, I had statistics, I had algebra
I
1
never
and
did
2.
statistics.
I gotta pull my transcript, but I have a ton of math classes that I had to take. Like, no joke. Because, for whatever reason, when it comes to, coding and stuff, you gotta kind of know math. But the statistics part, I didn't understand.
That sort of tracks. Maybe if you'd understood it, you'd know why you needed it.
Yeah.
Hostile UAV in the area.
But anyways, I'm only asking because I guess if it's a medication problem, then that's a different thing. But
Let's ignore my failing mental health for now.
yeah. You just gonna blow me up like that?
You were just standing there. Keep moving.
I know, I was moving, I was running.
If you'd been running faster, you wouldn't have got blown up.
I was running. Oh man. But yeah.
Enemy UAV overhead.
But like the algebra definitely got more advanced than I ever did in high school. Within, let me think. I did the first class, which was like, I think they called it elementary algebra. They had to do that one first because of the way I placed in, I guess, their pretest thing. And then after that was college algebra, and that's where it all fell apart.
I gotcha. So let me ask you, I mean, knowing what you know now though, because you've been out of school in the workforce a little while, would you consider going back to college?
Counter UAV is
I would. I enjoy learning. It's fun. Well, fun's not the right word. Can you enjoy something without finding it fun?
Yeah, you enjoy it. But also too, I kind of see what you're saying. I actually, if it wasn't for deadlines, I would genuinely enjoy college. If that makes sense, because I
Audit
don't.
classes.
What's that?
Just audit classes.
I guess, but then you also don't get the degree for that.
Yeah.
So then it's just a waste of time. Because
Nah,
you can learn whatever you want.
You
It's
become a
great.
more well-rounded person. It's not a waste of time.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, good point. I concede that point.
Yeah, but like some of the classes, like I took classes in machine shop, welding, some CAD, hand drafting. I've found that actually useful. Like I'll be doing something and I'll be like, oh, I can use that skill I learned. It's handy.
Yeah, and well, especially if you learn something like CAD or anything like that. I mean, those are incredibly powerful tools to know. I mean, like I guess learning any software now that's widely used like that is powerful. So kind of dumb to say, I guess, but yeah, it's just tough though to find a job where it's like, I know how to do this, and they're like, well, prove it. Well, okay, let me show you. No, let me see the paper.
Well, that's
Alright.
the thing about at least what I was in. They pretty much guaranteed you a job. Because we did a field trip one day to a local company that made, I think, hydrogen fuel cells, which was cool as shit. And they were, like, they would, like, talk to you, and they were looking for prospective hires from the people that were in the school at the time.
Yeah, so it was like a job
Did
fair
a
sort
lot
of
of the
thing.
workforce connection there.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty standard for like a good college, though. Was it Del Tech you were going to, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find it funny how you said good college. We're talking about Del Tech here.
No, they're. When you're talking about community colleges, they're actually pretty good. They're not really anything to sneeze at. It's just that now, and again, kind of like the point of the whole conversation, is like community college is kind of like not really side-eyed,
Down
but
upon.
yeah, because they're like, well, why didn't you just do the other 2 years now? It's like, well, listen, not everybody has the time, money, and ability to do 4 years of college.
Let alone the what's a doctor have? 8 years of college?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
get a full doctorate?
Sold in the area.
all said and done, though, I think doctors
Hostile UAV in the
do
area.
something like, I think they do something like 12 years, right? Including
It's
residency.
a lot of learned.
And honestly, they never stop going to school. That's the other thing about doctors. People are like, oh yeah, okay, well, once they're done school, they're done. They got their job. No, that's not true at all. They have to continuously go to new forums and TED Talks and learning new
When will
techniques and
Ted
stuff.
appear at the talk? I have yet to see him.
That's a good question. I didn't know if... I don't think Ted does talk. I think he's, in
I've
community
been
college.
waiting.
Friendly UAV online.
Wow. The Harrier had got me, dude.
Did it land on you?
Yeah, it did.
Well, then count that one to me, because I shut it down.
Nice.
The most roundabout way to kill Brian I've ever found.
just shoot planes down on me. Yeah, it's like guaranteed to get me.
Super effective, though.
Yes.
So how many years did you go to college for?
So here's the messed up thing.
Confirmed well.
All said and done, I have 7 years of college.
Hostile
Jesus.
UAV in the
Yeah.
area.
So
And you still can't take out my appendix.
I still can't take out. Well, no, actually, I could take
You
out your
probably
appendix.
could. Would I survive?
No.
No.
God, no. You will die. I am not a doctor.
Did you even identify an appendix?
Yeah, I could actually identify an appendix.
10
Yes.
seconds remaining.
I don't know if I could.
As long
It's
as
all meat anyway.
it's still connected to the intestine, right? Because I know
Ah.
it's right at the end. So that's the
Is
only way
it?
I know. Yes. Yes.
Mission is complete.
No, I don't act. What is it, the end of the large intestine or something?
Well, see, now this is where I'm gonna get messed up. I'm pretty sure it's the large, right? The large is the one on the bottom.
Or no, I think it's the large the one on the top.
Oh God, see?
We're not doctors, people.
If there's one thing anybody ever learns from me right now, I'm not a doctor.
Do not take medical advice from some people you saw on Twitch.
Yes.
Not specifically us, just anybody you see on Twitch. Probably not a good idea.
Probably not. It's I would not recommend 1 out of 10. Yeah, but anyways, no. So I have 7 years, but a lot of that too isn't like a solid 7 years either. I say that because like I started in 2015 and I ended in 2022.
Let's see, so 7 years, that would be 14 semesters, right?
Yeah. Well, if you do 3, then 21, but some of those years I didn't do any semesters. So like there was one year it took
Well, then
almost.
this doesn't count.
Yeah, but the thing is like I stayed enrolled, so I actually never paid on any of the college because I was enrolled the entire time. And so I would get like these letters that are like, hey, either come back to college or start paying us. I'm like, I guess I'm going back to college because I ain't paying you.
Oh, well, then that doesn't count. I only count semesters. Because, I mean, technically, I'm probably still enrolled in Del Tech. I just stopped signing up for classes. That's all
Yeah,
I did.
They just put you on pause. So then it's 5 years. Then I have, all said and done, I probably have 5 years of college.
That's less traumatizing than 7.
Yeah.
And wait, what are you? How are you employed now? What is your job title?
I don't even know. I am a warranty administrator for a small equipment company.
I fail to see what that has to do with IT.
Right, and I actually make more now than I would if I if I would have get a job in IT right now. At least where we're at. I have to travel. I don't feel like traveling.
Were you traveling to Wilmington?
Yeah, I would have to. Either that or Salisbury or like
Wait, go back.
Baltimore.
What the fuck did you just say?
Salisbury?
Where the fuck is Salisbury?
South.
It's
Below
Salisbury, you dingus.
Oh my god! You know what? My wife. I need to clip that real quick because my wife is gonna like die when she hears that. You should just marry my wife because you
Wait,
two
wait, what?
you two pick on me about the same things. Because I say
If you
Salisbury.
learned to speak, we wouldn't give you this.
Wait,
so much
wait,
for
wait,
all
wait.
your education.
Yes. This is why education's important, guys. Because you want to
We'll
make
get
sure.
mocked relentlessly.
Yeah, you'll get mocked relentlessly, and you need to be able to say Salisbury.
Oh, you did it!
Yeah, but I had to really think about that.
I'm so proud. It's the first step to correcting yourself. There's
But I-
room for improvement.
Anyways, it's an hour drive any way I go, so I don't
You
know.
could go work at the casino. I'm sure they needed a tech guy.
I have applied to the casino multiple times. And,
Wait, really?
Yeah, both casinos.
Target down.
And each time I keep getting turned down. And it's for like dumb jobs too. That like,
Waiter.
no,
Run the blackjack table.
no, they're like they're IT jobs, which I know I can do because like it's not even like coding a security system. It's like, hey, can you
Mouse doesn't work.
yeah, can you plug network wires in? Yeah, dude, I can network stuff. That's no problem.
Yeah, it's.
Do you know how to update Windows? Yes.
I think we can figure it out.
Yeah.
If you need any help, call me.
Yeah.
UAV overhead.
So,
Duty подтверждено.
So that's going swimmingly then.
yeah. So it's not going well. So I'm actually kicking myself in the ass because there were 2 jobs that I had like last year sometime that I could have had, and they were about what I was getting paid. They're actually a little more at the time because I got a raise since then. But I was like,
Bastard.
man, I don't know. I was like, the job I have right now is easy. It's really close to
That much
home.
we know.
Yeah, I was like, it's close to home. I was like, I don't got to worry about too much. I was like, to me, the benefits were outweighing what I had to go, starting a new place. And I was like, okay, I'll just stay and, hope for something better. Well, now I want to go, and I can't find anything better.
Now, is that just because you don't want to travel?
Yes.
Is that a function of location that you can't find a job in your field?
Yeah, right now it is, just because where we
Dude.
live at, yeah.
It's your own fault then.
Yeah, it is. But also, I don't feel like traveling an hour one way every day. So 2 hours of travel a day I've already done that. It's not good.
See, your time to do it was during COVID when everyone worked remotely.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
It doesn't matter how far. I know how fast your internet is. You wouldn't have a problem.
Yeah. You're right. You're absolutely right. I kind of missed the bus on that.
Only I could do my job remotely.
I can do my job that I do now remotely, but they absolutely refuse.
Oh, God, you're far too stupid to figure that one out.
Yeah. Well, like someone else said too. It's like the rest of the corporate world there does their job remotely, which is hilarious. And, anyways, doesn't matter. We're talking about education. That's another story.
Enemy UAV overhead.
And how your education has failed you.
It has. So ultimately, I guess the question that we have to answer, that we're trying to answer in this hour-long segment, is education worth it?
Well, worth it in what it costs right now, the prices they charge. Maybe
Yeah.
not.
Well, no,
Is it of value to do? Yes.
yeah. So that's what I'm.
Learning is never a bad thing.
Yeah. So and that's kind of the point, right? And that's kind of the point that I'm trying to circle on as well. Because honestly, how much more do you think that you'll end up making an hour if you were to get a college degree tomorrow?
Friendly
I would hope a lot.
target.
You would hope a lot, but if-
Thankfully, my chosen field is all over the place.
yeah.
We're in a fairly manufacturing-heavy area
Well, I was gonna say,
because there's nothing else.
yeah, I was gonna say if it's not though. So like, all right. So what you'd probably be able to get a job for like $33 an hour, right?
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
And that's good. I mean, that's really good. Honestly, for Delaware, that's twice the average for single income. So I mean, that's
Can
like,
I afford a house yet? Probably not.
yeah, and that's the other thing is like I know for a fact you still wouldn't be able to afford anything.
Kill.
But that's another.
And our
That's,
cost of living is fine.
yeah,
well,
down
Okay,
here.
it's not fine. Nothing is fine.
No, the whole thing isn't fine, but Delaware is fine to live in cost of living wise. It's not that expensive, and we have like no taxes. So
Literally.
yeah. So, you could probably make that work, and that might be worth it. But then also, let's just say
Friendly UAV
you do get this education tomorrow. Just snap your fingers, Thanos style. You Infinity
Boom, I'm
Gauntleted
smart.
yeah, you Infinity Gauntleted your 4-year degree. You're now gonna have to pay $500 a month for that degree. So was it worth it?
Yeah, that sort of negates the extra money I would be earning.
Yeah, it's $500 a month for 15 years, or you can do like $300 a month for like 25 years.
And you pay what, like triple in interest anymore? Pretty much.
Yeah, like I think because I chose $330 payments for my $50,000 that I owe, and it'll be like I pay $70,000 now.
I've seen people having it much worse than that.
Yeah,
Friendly cruise missile inbound.
absolutely.
My sister took out student loans to go to art school.
Oof.
And I don't know how much or what, I don't know any of the numbers, but that doesn't strike me as a good idea.
Yeah. My best friend of all time, his sister went to college for like religious art history or something, and
Squeeze me.
yeah, yeah,
I know that's a fastly growing market.
yeah. That was years
Please,
ago.
anyone, is there a religious art history major in the house?
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing is like a job like that, which that's what we need to get into next. But as sure, you can go get an education. How many jobs do you think in the U.S. are open for something like that? And this
Do
is
we
a
have
serious
a
question.
number, or am I just guessing?
I actually have a number. Right?
Fascinating.
It's a like number.
Okay. So, 100,000.
It'd be funny. Yeah, no, it is like 10. There's like 10
Oh,
of those
shit.
jobs.
That's bad. How many Walmart cashier jobs are open?
Yeah, well, they're getting rid of the cashiers, but probably at least 10,000 in the
I
U.S.
expected. Man, I was way off. How many
No.
people live in this country?
365 million.
Oh, yeah, 100,000 jobs is not many.
No, and Walmart employs like 1.2 million people.
Yeah, don't they have more employees than some countries have standing armies?
Yeah, yes they do.
They're all disenfranchised, so they could really take someone out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So there are 10 open positions for a religious art history major.
No, they're not even open. So here's the thing. So those positions, the ones that pay, it's usually in places like the Smithsonian where you're like a curator or a librarian. And the thing is, if you're a librarian, you need to get even more learning. So
Yeah, librarians are actually highly educated.
yeah.
And they do a great service for our country.
Yes, I can't, actually can't speak highly enough of librarians. But yeah, there's like that job is just like, what are you thinking? What are you doing with that job? You doing nothing. You doing nothing.
I mean, honestly, we're close enough to the Smithsonian. You could commute there.
I mean, I could, yeah, but I don't want to. And honestly, when was the last time you've gone to DC?
It's been too long. I'd like to go again.
Yeah,
The museums are awesome.
I enjoy visiting, but no, those are just like way too like getting there is just way too much of a pain in the ass.
You
Talking
just
about-
you go to wherever and you take the train that pops up in the middle of the mall.
yeah. It'd be like for us, it'd be like Annapolis or right around there. So I guess yeah, ultimately, I do believe that getting a degree is worth it, but the thing is, you got to be smart about the degree that you pick, right? Because you don't want to get
Yeah,
stuck.
if you get a degree in underwater basket weaving, I'm not sure you're going to be supporting a family.
Yeah, I'm not even sure you're going to be supporting that payment to pay that college degree.
To pay
back.
for the degree in underwater basket weaving?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was part of the rivalry at college between the engineering majors and some of the like business majors and stuff. We hated each other. Always talk shit on the other majors when you're in class.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Without a doubt.
Like business majors, woo. Yeah, it was great. You meet all sorts of people too.
Yeah.
Being a sheltered boy from a religious school living in bumfuck nowhere, it's nice to meet people. There's not a lot of ways to meet people around here.
No. Yeah. Yeah, where the hell would you meet anybody around here?
That's what I keep saying. I mean, why don't you have any friends? What, you want me to go hang out at Tractor Supply?
Yeah. This state sucks for that kind of stuff. Like, there's not a whole lot to do. That's, I guess, another reason why it's like you think it'd be important to get an education so you can, leave this. And
You don't want to leave. It's excellent.
yeah, what I would say is the big brain move is to like live here, get your education, for cheap because whatever work. at
Enjoy the
Walmart.
low price.
Enjoy the low price of living, and then get the hell out of the state.
You leave my state alone. Yeah, like one of my professors was from Australia. That was cool. Wondered how he survived.
Yeah, I knew a Russian kid from college. He
I knew a Russian kid in college. What was his name?
Ravil.
Different guy. I ought to hit him up sometime. Be like, hey,
Are you alive?
what are you doing? Just send a Slava Ukraine text and nothing more.
Yeah. No explanation. Just to your
No
random.
explanation is required, I don't think.
Enemy UAV active.
Let's see.
Oh god, he's dead.
This is something I hadn't considered too, because I got a little bit of my stats pulled up here. Did you know that low levels of literacy cost the U.S. up to $2.2 trillion a year?
How did they cost us anything?
I guess either, I don't know, mistakes, people can't read.
Couldn't read the
signs.
stop sign and drove through?
Yeah, maybe. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I would want more information on that.
Yeah. Yeah, like how do you quantify that?
Yeah, somebody obviously did, but I'm unsure of their methods.
Yeah. So I
It's
mean,
obviously not good.
if we're
You
gonna,
want people to be able to... Reading is very important. If you can read, you can learn. If you can't read, not so good.
so I guess if we were gonna sum up, if you're watching this and you're in high school, pay attention, do well, go to college, but set expectations and get something that's actually worth going for, right?
Well, I'm not gonna say. I was in high school more recently than you are. It sucks.
Yeah.
It is not fun. You have no freedom. You have to ask to pee. Terrible. It's like prison.
Yeah,
But get it
but
because you actually do need it.
that's what I was gonna say though. Would you argue to like blow it off, or would you actually pay attention? Like go back and do it again. Would you actually pay attention, or would you?
Well, I know a few guys from my class that are still in their mom's basement smoking weed because honestly, I'm pretty sure the school only passed them because they were tired of looking at them.
Well,
They're
I
like,
don't-
just get them out of here.
well, thanks to George Bush, they can't actually
Celebrated too soon.
fail them anymore. They have to pass
What?
them. So, yeah,
How you figure?
leave no child behind.
Okay, grade.
Enemies gaining ground. Push
Yeah,
back.
leave no child behind. No, they can't. They can't. What's the word? They can't fail you.
My God, if I'd known that, I wouldn't have tried quite as hard.
Yeah, they have to give you every opportunity to succeed.
And what if you still don't succeed?
They just have to pass you.
Oh well, yeah. I guess that's what happened then, because boy, are they dumb. Now, staying in your mom's basement and smoking weed may sound like a great time, but you know, how are you gonna pay for the weed?
So I remember that a friend of, or well, I should say a friend of mine, but when I made my after-school video game club, I kind of became friendly with my English teacher, and because he was a cool guy and he like helped me get it started and all that, and he sponsored it. He was talking about leaving a child behind because this was during the Bush times when he passed it, and they had told him flat out, like, because we were talking about this one kid's paper that I had to grade, and or peer review, whatever the hell you call it. And I was
What,
like,
you
man,
were TAing then, I suppose?
sorta, but they did that anyways.
Online.
And I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm actually an excellent writer. I don't know if we've ever actually talked about that.
Sure
Oh.
you are, buddy.
Yeah, okay. But even at the time, I was pretty great, and so I did, and basically this I thought that the paper was like plagiarized, and I was because it didn't make any sense. It to me it was like it felt copied and pasted. So I don't know if you remember the early days
This
of
like
Google.
fever dream.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was like if AI just started mumbling nonsense. And
They do that,
and it turns out it was.
but not even coherently plagiarized.
Yeah, not even coherent. Like it was just like a copy pasta, green text off of 4chan. It was
Nice.
just- yeah, it was bad.
The balls to turn in that.
Yeah. But so that's how we were talking about all this Leave No Child Behind stuff. And because I was like, well, so he's going to get a failing grade because it was like a big grade for that class. It was like an AP English class. And he said, yeah, I have to give him a D. I said, what do you mean? He says, well, with Bush passing the Leave No Child Behind, I actually can't fail him. I have to offer him, not counseling, but like after school sessions and summer school and stuff like that. Yeah, and then they have to actually tone down the grades, and they have to give him other grades to bring those grades up. So they would give him an alternative, be like, here, make these corrections. Once he makes the corrections, turns them in, passes. They said even if all that fails, he can't give him an F. He has to give him a D.
Well, that explains how my buddy passed, because I'm pretty sure he got like a 2 on multiple tests.
Yep.
A score of dos.
So like teacher,
At least he can count that high.
so like and I don't know how different it is now because that was a while ago, and I know there's been some changes, but I'm still pretty sure that they have to pass them. Like I don't think that's really changed.
It's baffling.
Yeah.
I don't know. One of my buddies got he failed kindergarten and got held back a grade.
So he didn't get held back from kindergarten, but they definitely do this whole thing with kindergarten. They're like, yeah, your kid's pretty dumb.
Compromise.
Do it
We
again.
think he should do that again, and then yeah, the parent usually signs off on it.
But yeah, he did do kindergarten again.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, we have a wonderful offer in the chat.
Yeah, I see that. Thanks for the promotion offer. Whatever that name is. I think I'll soft pass on that.
Whoa,
What's that?
you're gonna let that deal get away?
Oh yeah. Oh, well look at that, dude. Actually with that's been about an hour.
Yeah, we made it.
You got any closing comments or summaries?
I thought I already did that, but
Don't hurt yourself
no,
in the
on the
confusion.
spot.
Yeah, it sucks being on the spot, right? Wait until we get you a webcam, and then people have to see you scramble
Hey,
around.
that's a subscriber reward. How many subscribers do we have now?
2.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a couple more before we do the face reveal.
Yeah. Well, we'll make that a 20 subscriber, 75 follower. Like once we get partner on Twitch, how about that?
Does that make us enough money to pay for the webcam?
Oh yeah, actually by that point we should.
Nice.
Yeah. But that's about it. It won't be anything else.
Yeah, so like if you're in this area, if you graduate high school, I think your grades don't have to be the best. You just have to be decent, and you can get the Seed Scholarship, which will give you 2 years of Dell Tech for free.
Yeah.
I recommend doing it. Costs nothing. If
Yeah.
you can put off joining the workforce for that long.
Yeah.
And I worked through college, weekends, days off, whenever I could.
And I would even argue that even if you are financially, hard up, I would argue that if you do get an opportunity to do 2 years of college for free, just do it, because it's going to save you so much in the long run. And like that 2 years of college it's pretty important. I think there's a lot to it.
And you don't have to ask to go pee. I noticed that. You could just go.
You can even just go in the seat. Like you don't even actually have to,
Well, you never have to. That's not what I meant.
But sweet. Anything else?
I think that pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, I think I'm good too. So with that, we're gonna wrap this episode up. We're gonna be here for overtime, so we're gonna stay around on Twitch and keep playing. But we're gonna move away from the education topic.
And play video games.
And
Maybe
play-
Bert can find not how to suck.
Yeah, maybe I can finally not be terrible.
You don't have enough HD to multitask.
No, that's true. But if you're watching this on YouTube, hit all the buttons for us. We would appreciate it. Comment. You can, again, see us here on Twitch, 9 p.m. on Saturdays. And if you miss us on Saturdays, you can see us on Mondays on YouTube. But with that, that's it. Thanks for watching.
Locating the next.